Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Middle Road Podcast, brought to you by Syed Ahmed. Now, I wanted to give you listeners something interesting today. So, we're going to talk about something that is in the interest of all Americans to hear. And it's something that I think is a very pressing issue in America right now. And that is loneliness and how to tackle it. Some might say that I'm not lonely, so it can't be affecting America. But the research says otherwise. If we look at Pew Research Center, we can see that about 1 in 6 Americans, or 16%, said that they felt lonely or isolated from those around them all or most of the time. And about 4 in 10, 38% of Americans, said that they sometimes feel lonely. Now, if you do the math on that, that's more than 50% of Americans that say they feel lonely sometimes, most of the time, or all the time. So, what's going on? If this loneliness epidemic really is real, then why are we not feeling it? Well, that's probably because we're online now more than ever. According to Pew Research Center, when discussing social media use in 2021, 84% of adults ages 18 to 29 said they use social media sites. 81% of adults ages 30 to 49 said they do. 73% of adults ages 50 to 64, and 45% of adults ages 65 and older. That is a dramatic shift in social media use. You are now more likely than ever to be online and using social media sites. That is the current American climate. So, what is this? Is this the cause? Or is it a symptom of something bigger? Social media is meant for socialization. How can this be the cause of loneliness? It seems that there is a physical reason for this isolation, for this shift to digital socialization that is not as effective and is lacking that aspect of camaraderie and connectivity that is making people feel more isolated than ever. And that's all about third spaces. What's a third space? A third space is a physical location. It's not your house and it's not work. It's the middle ground. It's the third place that you go to socialize with your friends. It's a place where you go to meet new people, to build new relationships. It's the bowling alley, it's the arcade, it's the library, it's the public park, public pool, whatever there may be around you. That spot where you go to socialize with your friend or friends is your third space. But now people don't have that. How many people can say that my third space is this, my third space is there? I myself don't have a third space. Most of my social communication goes on through my schooling, my education. So what's going on? In an article from The Week, we can see a little insight on this situation. In it, they say, the systematic restructuring of cities has greatly affected social spaces. If you look at most major American cities, you see pretty extreme segregation between wealthy communities and poor communities. Wealthy people live in places where they can have big gated houses and their own swimming pool and their own private park. In contrast, lower income and even middle class families find themselves living in places where there aren't enough trees. There aren't enough public spaces, whether it be the local swimming pool or the local park. These third spaces are being phased out in the major urban centers of America, where the majority of the American population lives. It's moving out to the suburbs where the rich and wealthy live. So now we can see why the quantity is like that for the amount of people who are lonely in America. Because the mass majority of people in America live in these urban centers, and all of their third spaces are being phased out or sent elsewhere. So what can be done? What can we do to tackle it? Well, this is where we get into more personal opinions. So something that I believe strongly in is community work to fix this loneliness issue, both in America and within ourselves. And that's why I support Perfect Pair. Perfect Pair is a volunteering organization that is present across the US and lots of other state universities. The mission of Perfect Pair is to improve the mental health of students and senior residents, all while closing the gap between these generations. That's a more rough estimation of what they do, so to give you a more detailed description, I'll pass it off to Perfect Pair themselves.
Perfect Pair Rutgers is a meaningful and fulfilling organization on our campus and others. By connecting students with the elder community of New Brunswick, the organization fosters a welcoming and inclusive space where communication can flourish across generations, combating loneliness on both ends of the spectrum. Whether it's meetings, seasonal events, care packages, or even one-on-one visits, Perfect Pair helps create a support system beyond just volunteering. It creates a lasting impact for volunteers and residents involved in the program. If you want to help build a stronger community, be a part of a bigger cause, make new friends, or even hear advice, consider joining Perfect Pair Rutgers and helping the cause.
I was with you, but I felt alone.
Now, you may be thinking, oh, he's just shilling for some club that he's a part of. But socialization actually has greater impact on your life. It's not just you making connections and benefiting from having relationships. No, there is actual health benefits that come with socialization. According to Harvard Health, beyond cognition, socialization also appears to help with the following aspects of health: longevity. Being social protects us against loneliness and isolation, which are associated with chronic disease and permanent and premature death. Stress reduction, where people are emotional regulators. When someone you trust listens to you, you can feel your body calm down, your blood pressure returns to baseline, and your levels of stress hormones decrease. It also increases your mood. The way people react to you reminds you of aspects of yourself, aspects that you may forget. It gets you out of your own head and your worries, and reinforces your sense of being competent. That boosts your mood. Health benefits aside, there are also other things that can come from socialization. But I'll leave you with this. It's easy to grow nihilistic and wanting to disconnect, especially in the current climate of America. In a world so full of capitalistic interests and megacorporations all vying for your precious time, it's important to stay connected to who we are as humans, as people. We're social animals, we're social beings. We grow up being socialized around people, around our friends, around our family. So go out and connect, make friendships and form relationships. And most of all, don't take the time that we have for granted. So I implore you, if you are feeling lonely, get out there and make connections today. Get out there and start forming new relationships. And if you can, consider joining Perfect Pair. As an organization, it can help you taking that first step into forming new connections. It can maybe bring a mentor figure into your life, or maybe just a new friend. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you guys next time.